Hey guys, I'm back with a cleaning video. Before I begin anything, it's just safety for me. But I'm 30. July 22nd, 1995 is my birthday. Now, if I would have graduated high school, it would have been 2014, but I did not. So, hey, what are you going to do? Anyway, I just look younger because I don't know why, but in the middle of my face, I look so young. Even though it don't make any sense. Why? Like, why? It's because I don't smoke cigarettes. Okay, I can't smoke cigarettes. I have breathing problems. Maybe the second reason is because I don't drink. I don't drink hardly. I don't hardly do anything except, well, it's technically not even nicotine. It's nicotine free. So, yeah, all I do is Velo dip. That was it. I used to vape off of vape pen nicotines, but I quit that because what most people don't understand is that it does affect you over time. And so when I quit doing that a few years back, I started feeling so much better. Now today's not my best day, and I have a house to clean up, a mess to clean up. Also, I will no longer be using OBS for right now. All I can say is, don't ever borrow people's stuff because they say one thing out the mouth, and then they turn around and they say something different. So, future preferences to myself. I'm just gonna wait till I get a PC. Simple as that. Just gotta wait. So what I'm gonna do is rearrange my living room. Clean house like I said on here. Am I really feeling like cleaning house? No, but someone has to do it because my husband, he's been trying. I give him kudos for that because he has been keeping the dishes caught up with, as you can tell over there after I move. He's been trying to help me. Of course, he's my husband, but that wasn't the main concern. Was the computer and being told and asked questions and stuff like that. Like, is he your boyfriend? No, he was just a roommate. A roommate that got physical over a PC, but we had a lease arrangement. It was not notified or signed or anything like that. You think you could trust a human being? Maybe just one, but you can't. So anyway, he broke the lease agreement and he literally hit me like right here with my left eye. He literally hit me on my left eye. See, I can't tell because I'm dyslexic. I can't tell my left and my right. But anyway, it was my left eye. My left? Yeah, because he went. So yeah, you see what I'm saying? He literally went to shove me off my table where my TV sit. And let me show you something. So he went and shoved me, right? But because I unplugged it. But where it was sitting at was way back there. Way back there was the plug-in. And I jumped onto here, my table right here. And he was threatening to shove me off my own table because he would not share the PC as the agreement was said because he needed to go to work early. Anyway, since he didn't want to show up to work anyway, he was going to help someone across the way and be late to work, knowing he has to be there at 5 on the dot. He has to be there 5-10 minutes early because it's a fast food restaurant. It's not own your own business. So I got upset and I went out and I said, well, if you're going to be late, show up late to your job knowing that you are on probation, then go for it. Because anytime you're late, you don't show up, you get fired, you're out. Like, that's part of the lease agreement. The reason why I can't work right now is because I'm blacklisted and, well, I'm going through a lot of mental issues right now. So I've tried putting out applications Don't take me as lazy, but I've tried putting out applications, tried being honest with what really happened between those jobs, and I never get called back. See? Being honest, being truthful, that's how people treat you now. And like this dude literally hit me knowing that I'm a woman. Like, I'm not a man. I'm biologically a woman, okay? I'm just trying to show, like, you see, I'm a woman. I'm not a man. He had no right shoving me, and he had no right hitting me. So when he went and hit me, you see what I'm saying? I had to defend myself back as a woman. Okay, guys? I know this channel, this is it. Those are just preferences I prefer to be called by, because after a while of being called she, Lisa, she all your life, you get tired of it. And it's to hide my identity from being seen, because I was getting reported constantly. So I had to hide my identity. But in person, I'm going to let you know right then and there, yeah, I'm a female. So what? Let's move on with it. Let's move on with it. Like, this dude came in to our place and people started asking questions, and instead of him doing the right thing, that was weird on its own. I let it go. Let's like kept my mouth shut. Been keeping my mouth shut. But when I said we listed new rules up, I don't care that it's his PC. The lease agreement comes before anybody else's stuff. Like, I literally was letting him on my systems and everything else, playing my systems. No big deal. If he came up and said he wanted to play Smash Brothers, cool. Just, I'm playing on one system, you can play on the other. Never had a big deal about that. But he is possessive over this PC. Like, the lease agreement was anytime, I only live stream 2 or 3 times a day. Like, I want to live stream during the day at some point, and then I want to live stream at night at some point. That's 2 right there. And then the third one is in case I can't sleep, I was live streaming to help me sleep. He wasn't doing anything except watching a video about a map talking. Like, dude, that could have waited. You could put that on your phone. Dude has phone. I have plenty of stuff he could have watched that on. You see what I'm saying? When he went to shove me, that was a whole different story. I did not hit him until he first contact hitted me, punched me in the eye. And I said, dude, I'm going to hit you now because you just sit there and shove me and hit me. You're not going to shove me. I can't even reach back there. You've seen it, guys. I couldn't even reach behind the TV. I'm literally 5'1" now. Look. The fridge is taller than me. If I want to reach something, I have to literally get on my tiptoes. You see what I'm saying? So when I was sitting there on that table over there, bro literally went to shove me back and shoved me. And I stumbled back, and he acted like he didn't do nothing. He is so possessive. And then he's telling me about his relationship and how it fell apart and how she cheated. There are always 2 sides. Darlings out there. There are always 2 sides to a story. But when someone's in the wrong, they're not going to tell the truth. They're only going to tell what they want you to hear. So that way they will make the other person who was the actual victim look bad. I've dealt with this I have speech problems. I have a speech impediment. Like, the doctors literally told me this when I was little. And I even went to speech class for it. And then I finally quit. And, well, I'm not very good at speaking, okay? I'm just not. I'm not good at doing a lot of things, but I try my best. I really tried to give bro a chance. Really did. But he was acting really weird. Not to mention, we would be doing something as a couple. I'm not going to talk about it. But we would need some privacy, you know? Me and Orpman are husband and wife. So it's like we need our space. random times he would come. No. Very inconvenient. I was fine with working around that. But now I'm not fine with working around anything after he literally hit me on my left eye. And no, you can't see much because when I went out in the sun and I was looking in the car because I was like, oh my God, he hit me. But I didn't feel anything. It's just like a tap. Bro tapped me. Bro said he's going to punch me and he tapped me. I didn't feel a thing, but still, the fathom and the fact is that bro literally attacked me over his PC, which, to be honest, I don't even own a PC. I own a Chromebook. And I'm happy with that. Hell, if he would have asked me to use my Chromebook, you'd think I would be like that? No, I wouldn't have cared. That was part of the lease agreement. That's why I don't get why he went off on me. It gave him no right. We moved him in. We helped him out. You know? It's over now. And I hope that y'all will understand that nothing was between me and this dude. I wasn't really his friend. He was my husband's friend. I was trying to be a courteous host and be nice to said person because he's my husband's friend. He's not my friend at all. He was a roommate. A roommate who didn't do nothing. Just sit on the PC all day, making it hard for me to live stream. And then when I was live streaming on Gamer Nerds, which got taken down, I don't know when it's going to be back up. I tried pleading with them. I tried everything. But yeah, when I was first OBS, this dude had no courtesy. He would sit right next to me, but it would still be a foot apart just about. Like, it was almost a foot apart, but still, this guy would sit there. He would not respect me. So everyone thought we were together, but we weren't. And instead, dude, addressing the situation like I am right now, like I'm sincerely, like I just went through the worst part of my life today. I just got threatened over a computer, for one, threatened to be shoved off my table where my TV is, almost knocked it off. And he's sitting there threatening me that he's going to punch me. So I said, go ahead then. Because I'm not going to punch him. I'm smarter than most people think. And he actually went and hit me. Bro, it's crazy. He's delusional. He's in love with a computer system. They don't even have a girlfriend. He says he does, but I haven't seen her. And he's been acting weird around me. And the fact is, the previous roommates of his literally told us that he don't like seeing couples together. That offends him because he has no one. And I'm sorry, dude, got cheated on, whatever happened. That's between him and that said person. But he literally was breaking them apart. They came back broken. Their relationship was so torn up, they weren't even together. That's how bad it got. And bro's been acting weird since he's been here. He won't even lift a finger. He won't even lift a finger to help with anything. And I just had to take his computer down because it is taking up my Wi-Fi. Like, we're still paying for our Wi-Fi. That's our Wi-Fi. It's not his Wi-Fi. He's using up my Wi-Fi when I could be live streaming like this. And like, I didn't care about this, but this does bother me because I have dealt with hoarders before. And I know that they're going through a lot and all, but there's a time and a place to hoard stuff. And I'm not trying to be mean or belittle this dude, but seriously, the bicycle's mine, okay? Don't mind the bicycle. Literally hoarding what? You see what I'm saying? Like, I let that slide too. I don't like boxes and stuff because when I lived with some people that were major hoarders, had their house like this, I could not think. I could not sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do nothing. My head spins all the time now, just like it did then. And I came from a house where it was clean 24/7. I was taken care of, but there's a catch. See, there's always a catch. Well, you're thinking, what's their catch? My catch was I had an abusive stepdad. He didn't hit me as much, but when they did hit me, they played victim. And the thing about it is this man had me walk into his room at 6 years old to touch him. And he said if I didn't touch him, he was going to die. Me being a 6-year-old is going to believe anything they're being told. I believed him. I trusted this man. And guess what? The rest of my life is going to be this way because it's going to be hard to trust people now. When you get put through this over and over and over, don't matter how old they are, don't matter if it was a man or a woman that did this to you, you're always going to live with it. And I don't want to live with it anymore. Sorry, guys. That's why he has to go. I'm not reliving my childhood trauma all over again. I'm not. And, when he moved in, this was our place. This is under my name, this apartment. So he already knew the deal way beforehand. He agreed to it. He agreed to it in front of me and him. And like my husband thought he was just going to give me the computer because I've been having to ask my husband to ask for me so bro would give me the computer because I already know the answer. No, I'm busy watching a video that's more important. No, it wasn't. Dude, you already have to be there at 5. We have a car that half works. Like, you can't drive it too much, but you can drive it to work and back. I'm totally fine with that. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have a job. I ruined my life. Okay. But here's the thing. He was sitting there tripping out about giving gas money. Like, bro, you live here. You want to ride just like anyone else. Like, I didn't have a vehicle for months, and I realized this. If you ask someone something and they don't want to do it, oh well. You know what? Sometimes we got to get our big, lazy butts up and go walk, which is what I was doing for a while. I was walking, riding a bike. Bro can't even walk to the store without complaining. I get it. You had a surgery done years ago. I'm sorry. But I'm a fast-paced walker. Like, period. Anywhere I go. You can just see me just running off. I automatically do that. Because I used to have a PE coach who is also a track coach, by the way. There's Union. Let's see. Around 8th or 9th grade, yeah. Both those eras. So, also Sapulpa a little. So, yeah. 7th, 8th grade, and it's Sapulpa. 7th grade, I went to Sapulpa and was doing that too. PE teacher was Scottish lady. Very nice, very friendly. Always kept you moving. She had the boys separated from the girls. We went into the workout room. All the girls did, then the boys. I always worked on my legs because I didn't care about having arms because I'm a woman. Who cares? Like, I don't want big arms or anything. So I worked on my legs a lot. And growing up with a family that didn't even care about you half the time, come on, report you and stuff like that, I had to walk a few times from Sapulpa. And literally takes 20 to 30 minutes, like, riding from Sapulpa to get to Tulsa. Okay? Well, we live pretty close, you know what I'm saying? So probably 10, 15 minutes at most. No one would pick me up. I wanted to do extra stuff out of class and stuff. That was always an issue. So yeah, I had to walk. Do you think I had a choice then? Bro is like acting like the world's gonna end if he has to walk a few feet. Dude, I've been spending months walking. Months walking. And you don't see me complain. Now, the only thing I've ever complained about was getting sick and throwing up as I'm riding a bike or walking because the cold gets to me. That's it. I still kept going. I was going like this. And when I was on the bike, I had to stop and go, and I still walked. There ain't no reason why. Anyway, I got this whole house clean all by myself. I usually do. That's okay. See, workman's been helping me here and there. That's fantastic. So what I'm doing right now, it's really simple. There's some grease from when I cooked some. I made an English breakfast. I want to say 2 or 3 days ago, and I was just dealing with a lot of things at that moment. Just trying to stay positive where I can. Trying to be happy. No one don't want me happy. Every time me and Workman would have a romantic gesture or something, I mean, that's normal. We got used to being by ourselves. So when a third person moves in and goes, ugh, I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing that. Okay, dude. Cool. I don't like seeing you sit around all day and keeping people from doing their jobs. Like, a lot of people don't understand. YouTube takes a lot of time and effort. It's not just me just sitting here at a screen. I'm doing other stuff. I'm thinking. I'm planning. In between, cleaning house when I can. Whatever I need to do to make sure that my mind is sane. To be honest, I'm just trying to have fun. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Have fun. And I'll go home. And, like, I don't want to kick this dude out, but the dude punched me. Literally tried to shove me. So, yeah, he's got to go. I'm not dealing with the beast. I dealt with it half my life. I dealt with it from. I hate to sound like this, but so my uncle-in-law was a perverted man. Bless his heart, drunk all the time. But yeah, I had to deal with him. He would get physical with me. He was the only one that got really, truly physical, except when I started getting older. Then my stepdad. I don't know if you can see that real good. I know it's hard to see in this house. But I have where he threw a Pepsi can at me. My own stepdad literally hit me right there. Because my adopted mom, came in and was trying to get away from him. And he kept coming up to my door, And I'm tired of it. Every single weekend, from 6 years old to 18, on and off, she kept bringing me back to him. She had nowhere else to go. No one else wanted me around. They tried to be my parent when it was her job to. She didn't even want to do that. She didn't even want to teach me about growing up. She didn't even teach me about puberty, what women go through at a certain age. The school taught me all that. But before she could even have a chance to teach me that, I went to school, and that's how I found out about my first, you know what I'm saying? That time of the month. We'll put it that way. I'm not trying to be inappropriate anymore on this channel. I was trying to keep my channel from going down due to the fact that bro's nasty. I'm literally not nasty until you start bringing it up, then it's on my mind. But not in a bad way, just like annoying, like, you know, all the brain rot stuff that people like. Some of it I like, some of it don't like. I ain't gonna argue about it. But some of the things that I don't like, it felt like brain rot, just hitting me over and over, where I couldn't think. And when I'm being asked questions, because I was traumatized growing up, CPS traumatized me with all the questions, scaring me, telling me that I'm going to be going into the foster system if someone don't get me, things like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I really don't trust people. I really didn't trust bro. I did not trust him to begin with, because I knew he was going to pull something like that. Make sure I get comfortable enough, and then start being a boss. He's not boss. He's not dominating this house. That is a no-no, and that word goes out the door. Vanished. But he's not going to come in this domain and think he's the boss of everything. It is literally me and workmen. We own this first. I've lived here for 3 years now. And you know what? I'm totally fine with living here for another 3 more years. Without a roommate. Ever again. Never do roommate. Never bring anybody into your house. Never bring a total stranger into your house. Unless, of course, it's your child. If it's my son, okay, my son would have let me play this. And he would have started joining in on the live stream. So, yeah. What I learned? What did I learn today? I learned even if you're a woman who pretends to be a man, you could still get hit. Even if you didn't even touch the person to begin with. All you just did was say, I'm going to unplug something, and you can't even reach it. I can't even reach it. Bro's 5'10". I'm 5'1". You're going to hit me? Really? And you couldn't even land a proper punch, too. This is the suckiest part. I'm a woman, and a man couldn't even hit me. But don't worry, guys. Undercover cop said he has 3 days to get out. He already took half the stuff, so when he gets here, he's going to have to take my stuff off because I don't trust him. Not one bit. Not one bit. No. We're not doing that. And, yeah, he can marry his computer for all I care and move on with his life. He has somewhere else to go. I don't care. I'm not going to be treated like that. He knew the lease agreement. He knew that I was literally over this house before he got here. Not to mention, I've lost a lot of weight since he's been here because I can't eat. We can't keep nothing in this house. Like if I have sweet or something, I'll be lucky if I got a sweet. I had to hide myself. Literally hide myself. Anyway, I'm trying to save the computer's about to die. My Chromebook does not have the best charge out here, but it's still workable, and I'm thanking God every day I got something where I don't have to fight with someone over it. I just plugged it in. It's going to take a minute, but it should be okay, hopefully. But if we do go down, guys, just know I can't do portrait mode. And I can't do the PC anymore. Because someone decided they did not want to go with the lease agreement and do the right thing. Because he didn't want to do a thing. You see the house, how messy it is? He didn't want to do a thing. He did not. And that ain't going to fly here. That is not going to fly. No, it's not. Not in this house. At first I was okay because I thought, well, if you don't push people, because I've been pushed, I was trying to think on that. If you don't push people, maybe he'll start doing something. Maybe. But no. And that's okay. And I really don't care if anyone agrees with me on this. Like, this is my place. And at one point, I was starting to leave my own place because he went and hit me. Walked down, said, oh no, I don't have my ID on me. Well, got to turn back around. The workman picked me up and took me to his job so I could sit out in the car or in there. But Lord behold, here he comes, trying to talk to me. And one of the coworkers pulled him aside because I'm like, this is a domestic dispute. I really don't feel safe around him anymore after he just punched me. So they made him go sit somewhere else. And yeah, I'm just not gonna do it anymore. So yeah, I don't want this grease all over my sink. It's bad, so I'm trying to scoop it around the best I can with what I got. I have no paper towels at the moment. We have not bought any. So yeah, sometimes this is what you got. Okay, I'm back. Hello, little baby. Oh, he got so scared, guys. Not Joe. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. He started using the bathroom everywhere. Since I don't have much room to put stuff, thanks a lot. So the big argument I had. I did lose some of my oh, so I gotta gain that back. We're getting that back. It's acting like it's not charging, but now I'll put it on charge. And I have grease on my fingies. Okay, now it's charging. Okay, it's. It's saying unreliable. Hold on. Let's see. Since I'm live streaming, I think it's only proper to use a higher power cord. So I'm gonna try to switch. But I currently had it unplugged anyway. Good. Now it's working. Yay! Let's go, guys. Let's go. I did it. gosh, this house is so disorganized. Almost couldn't find my headphones. Connect. I don't know why it does this. If I pull the headphone out soon, it won't do nothing until I put the headphone in. Close it, open it. Bam. Now it's working. Okay. All right. Like this shows exactly this was not my doing. Because one, I don't put sharp knives in like I'm more responsible than I thought. There we go. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. It's very important for it. Make sure I keep all the dirtiness off. Like I don't even have a towel, so I'm gonna have to go grab a rag. goodness. I got a little nacho behind me. This is a clean cow. Okay, guys? Clean. There we go. That'll work. And also, I had a major panic attack, so I'm going to be 10 times tired. And normally I go lay down for this stuff, but I really need the live stream because I haven't been live streaming in the past couple of days. So, yeah. So, if you see me kind of like out of it, I'm really out of it. Because let me tell you something. When people have seizures, they feel terrible, right? When people have anxiety and panic attacks, especially when they lead to nighttime, is when it's really bad for me. And I don't take any medicine for it. I don't believe in it. I believe there's always a way, and I'm being tested. It was given to me to be tested. This is my own problem, but I'm dealing with it. And also, I have a really good idea. Even though I drink Sprite and juice a lot, I think I'm going to cut back on it. I think that will help, being that I'm hyperglycemic anyway. That might help with a lot of what's going on. Because growing up as a kid, I ate candy, I ate sweets all the time, didn't care. I got hyperglycemic. While I was working at Autumn Wind, my blood sugar, my blood pressure was going up nonstop. I was sick all the time. I couldn't eat. I was so stressed out to the point it's like, is this job even worth it when I'm doing everything for everyone? And so I had enough when I was being told by a newbie what to do. And I went to Bossman and said, hey, I told him what was up. I said, I'm tired of being told not to do something when you know I'm going to get in trouble over it. And he just didn't care. He didn't care. He started playing the prejudice role, and it had nothing to do with it. It's the fact that this dude was bringing in felons with over 13 felonies. Assault with deadly weapon, drunk while intoxicated while being pulled over by cops, while they assaulted the cop. To top it off, all of them were women. It's not sexist. I'm a woman myself. So the first one threatened me. Okay, threatened my life. Threatened to cut me. Well, what else am I supposed to do? Just sit there and be like, oh, okay. No, you threatened me. So she had to go because she was burning the bacon, and I was being blamed for it. They always found me responsible for everything. So I got tired of being blamed. He's the manager. Why does he get to come in whenever he felt like it? He's supposed to be there at 6, just like me. 6 a.m. in the morning. I was up there sometimes 4:30, getting there at 5:30, just to help the cook when I was supposed to be over there doing dishes. That's why I had to quit. He was literally being bullied and harassed by this man. And he's come over to tell me if a resident died or something, and almost got me in trouble over nothing. And then after I walked out, he like started threatening me with firing me. and making me do the job anyway, but he's going to fire me because I didn't want to show back up because I didn't want the newbie telling me what to do. What are you going to do, huh? So I walked out. I left a note. I said I quit. I've been trying to quit ever since the proper way, but they needed me. So when I went home, he said that. I said, okay, I'll be up there then. Not quit that job. He comes up to my door harassing me 2 weeks later. He's trying to get at me, and it didn't work. So I went over, waited a month, got on at Denny's. Denny's is so much more corrupted because people could show up whenever they wanted. They didn't have to call in. No one called in when they didn't show up. One day I didn't show up. See what I'm saying? Why bro is in the wrong with that? Because if Denny's wouldn't allow one day without me showing up, what does he think Burger King's going to do when he don't show up to his job? The same thing. You get wrote up. I didn't sign the write-up. When you walk out, you get fired. Easy peasy as that. That's what led me to the blacklist. The blacklist can last up to a year or more. So I've been waiting on that ever since, and that's been like a year or two ago. So I've probably got 3 more years to wait. That's why I was trying to do something on my channel, because I'm trying to burn myself out of my depression. I have depression and anxiety. I thought moving bro in would be an excellent idea. I thought my workman had a really good idea for once in his life. Things don't work out like we want them. And that's why when I told bro, I told him, hey, I'm going to live stream. And he sat there and said, no, his video wasn't important. He got mad and shoved me. You don't shove someone just because you don't get your way. You can't break a rule. There are rules for a reason in society. And it's like, he threatened to punch me. And I said, go for it, because I'm not going to hit you until you hit me. That is defense on its own. And he went and hit me first. He went and shoved me. And he was going to punch me, and he punched me. So, what else am I going to do? Defend myself. Like, he knew it was part of the lease agreement, and he broke it. He knew what was going to happen if he broke it. He's going to be out. I can't have someone in my house and have no privacy in it. I literally had no privacy at all. Bro was getting in between us, trying to separate us, because he didn't want to see us being a couple. That is discrimination on its own. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to deal with that stuff. He can go. I don't have to use the PC. I can get my own PC anytime I want. Just right now, I'm struggling financially, which means I have to get it piece by piece now. That's okay. I'll do whatever it takes. But bro is out. Bro is out. I'm not going to sit there and let a man punch me and sit there and be told, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, you shouldn't have hit him back. I'm going to hit you back if you hit me. Just like if you get shoved, what are you going to do? Shove him back? Or defend yourself? I chose to defend myself. And I don't care if anyone likes what I'm saying on here. When someone literally sits there and tells you no, knowing the lease agreement is verbal, which I trusted this dude to begin with. He was a chilled back dude. But the problem I have is when you're sitting there and you're trying to chill, and every time you say, I'm half deaf, I can't hear myself. So if I say something, oh, okay, I didn't know why I said that. I just say something, because I can't hear myself, so I'll just say whatever I want. Bro kept asking, why, like a child. Started feeling annoyed at that point because I'm a grown adult like him. He's 2 years older than me. He's literally 2 years older than me. He knows not to put his hands on a woman. Who knows what he did to his ex? That's why I don't trust him. I don't trust him now. That went too far right there, shoving me alone when I couldn't even reach the plug to begin with. And personally, I don't care how he feels, even if it was his PC. The lease agreement is the lease agreement. At the end of the day, it's about the lease agreement. He's lucky to even have been moved in after the fact that we found out. He literally broke a couple apart. And yeah, I was alone for a week with him, but here's the thing. We weren't doing anything, except he doesn't know boundaries. He don't know how to set boundaries for himself to know that he shouldn't be close by someone. And when he went to attack me, I simply told him not to do it, and he did it anyway. There's my point. He don't know personal space. Like, dude, get out of my bubble. I don't like other people in my bubble. I was getting to the point where I couldn't even sleep at night. And I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not doing that. Or I'm not comfortable in my own place. No. I'm not doing that. All he's wanted to do was break us up. And it didn't happen, so he's mad. And that's why he started to take the PC from me. So future references, do not get a roommate like that. Always do a background check. I normally have detailed this house, but right now I do not feel up to that. When bro hit me, it may have not hurt, but I just felt, whoa, I just felt really dizzy. Really dizzy fast. Oh, that's what I have to show. Sorry, puppy. See, guys, I can't focus right now. I can't even focus on what I'm trying to do. There's one. Let's see here. There we go. I got my cigarettes in my hand. Let's see here. That was really dirty. This always has Kool-Aid on it. Let's see here. There's that. We got a few more. I'm gonna let these soak because that's cool, as you can tell. Gonna rinse this out. We got plenty of sponges, so that was done. Got a nice heated sponge to put up here for us to use. There's that. Go ahead and put these down. Go around the house, see if there's any more dishes to collect. Alright, we got 2 more cups that were in the room. Now, I poured one out. And 2. There's that. That's just a small amount I've done so far. I got a whole bunch of stuff to do, so without further ado, put that right here. The stuff we're needing to get. This don't even work. It don't work. We throw away. We don't keep. Gonna donate to the church that lended us a chair a while back. I gotta take it back. There's just so much going on. I'm not able to do what I need to do without someone coming in here starting something, which I know he was. I just couldn't take it anymore. I could not take seeing a grown man get jealous and mad and envious just because his relationship didn't. I'm sorry your relationship didn't work out, but I wonder why. Gosh, I wonder why. Like, this whole house is a complete disaster after the big fight that took place earlier, thanks to him. All he had to do was one thing, and one thing it. Oh, and while I can, to keep myself safe on this channel, I'm 30, July 22nd, 1995. It's my birthday. Put in chat, my birthday. But yeah, it didn't work. Dude thought he was going to control everything in this house. He did not get this house. I did. My dumb butt took over an hour to find the office alone. And when we came over here to check this place out, we got confused at where to go. She thought it was the other apartment's Dogwoods. No. So we came over here because those apartments are smaller. I am tempted to move back into one of those. Move into one of those. I haven't moved in, but we're about to move into one of those. Anyway, my point being is Bro's gone. there's not much I can do or say. You don't go around hitting a woman, period. I did not touch him first. He went and shoved me. And then he went to threaten me, and I said, well, then go for it. And he did. But apparently he didn't know how to fight. He started the fight. I couldn't finish it because the undercover cop came after I left. There's an undercover cop that's been around this area. So, yeah. You know, now he has 3 days to get out. That's not my fault. He knew the rules. All I asked was simple rules that I put up. But now I can take it off. The question is, can I? Let's see. Rule 1. Pick up and tidy when done. I wasn't saying that towards him. I was trying to remind us all because sometimes we all forget. There's other people that use said desk and computer. Do not move my stuff. Like I've told him not to move my stuff before. Please and thank you. Like I don't need help losing my own stuff. I can lose my own stuff pretty fast. Heck, my cell phone could be sitting on the desk, and I was thinking it was on the desk. It's in the bathroom. I don't need help losing my stuff. If it's on my half of the desk, which that is my desk, technically. Over here that I'm talking about, city splat in the middle. That right there is my desk. I've worked really hard on it. I have art on it, etc. It's awesome. That's my desk. I want my stuff left on one side, and his stuff was supposed to be left on the other side. We're not a couple, but that's just a roommate rule that I come up with because every time I looked around, my headphones are missing and they're in a different spot. And it's like, did I do it or did he do it? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't need help. Simple rule, do not move my stuff. 3, live stream is more important. And some of you are like, oh, live stream. Live stream was helping me through my depression and anxiety, especially when I'm here alone, as I am right now. It helps me with everything. I'm sorry, guys, but I just want to live stream. That's it. Like everyone else does, like rappers do, like famous celebrities do. What is the big deal if I'm on here enjoying myself? You see what I'm saying? Like, bro was watching a video about a dude putting his face on objects. That wasn't important. He was about to go to work soon anyway. Like, dude, you just don't want to go to work. But there's people out here like me that can't even get a job because society deems us. Just because I didn't want to sit there and continue watching the people I took care of, feeding them, going out there, making sure they didn't fall. Things like that. You see what I'm saying? I did not want to put up with that anymore. And I'm definitely not going to put up with some stranger coming into my house and doing what he did. No. Like, if someone walked up and started acting like that towards me, I'm going to defend myself. 4, one person at a time. You know why I had to put that? Because bro did not know that he was sitting too close to me. And he knew, but he didn't care. See what I'm saying? This is stuff that is common sense. Common sense. But I had to write it down. And bro tried to take it off, so I had to double tape it. 5, personal space is important. I had to put that down as a rule. Like, he's getting close. He was hitting my knee that first week. Everyone thought he was my boyfriend. No, he was a roommate. Roommate only. 6, pick up trash around pieces. Bro started not doing it. He just started leaving stuff everywhere. everywhere. When I try to get up in the morning, so I literally had to rush, hold my bathroom bodily functions, just so I could sit there and start live streaming. Because if I sit there and been an adult and ask, hey bro, can I? No, I'm finishing this video, whatever he was doing, whatever pointless thing he was doing, he had to finish it. So when I said, okay, that's fine, you can finish it when I turn off your PC, because it's not going to sit there and use my Wi-Fi, my electric bill, and you telling me no. Like, he's helped us with rent, but that was part of his job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows my husband has a set budget, and we're sitting there having to buy food constantly. We can't pay bills because we're buying food for him. He's eating most of the food up. Like, dude, I was going a day without eating. I was fasting like a religion. Which fasting is really good for you. Proven fact. Proven fact. We can go with one meal alone. We don't have to have 2 or 3 meals. We're just being greedy out there. You're being greedy, please stop. There are a ton of people that can't eat, period. And I was like one of them. Because I was literally having to go with one meal. If I get one meal, and I'm lucky to get one meal, I'm happy. But if I'm having to go there and barely get a serving, and then bro's over there getting like 2 or 3 servings, and we're spending all our money on that, that's the only reason why he had to help us pay the bills to begin with, because we're buying a lot of food just so he has something to eat, and we have something to eat. Like, I'm literally proving that because I've lost a ton of weight. Like, this hoodie used to be tight on me. You can go back in the previous shorts. I just got tired of it. I got tired of dealing with bro. Like, bro, you're watching a video that you can watch on your phone. You're not doing any job thing or anything else. Like, you knew the lease arrangement, and yet you still did what you did. And like I've had to put on here, my half side is where my TV is. I had a little TV over there. I just got it from a fan. Awesome fan, by the way. But he's my father-in-law. So yeah. So I put on there, my half side is where my TV is. My stuff stays. Don't move it, please, and thank you. If you ask why, because I already was thinking about, he's going to ask me why. Look at number 2 again. Number 2 says, do not move my stuff, please, and thank you. You can't apply by these rules. You have to hit me. You have to get physical with a woman and hit me. Like, come on. So he's out. Because I literally started walking off. I literally left half my stuff. I left everything just to get away from him after he literally punched me. Literally shoved me. And he wants to play victim because that's how everyone gets when they know they're in the wrong. He knew he was in the wrong. These rules were simple 7 rules that I didn't have to come up with, but I had to because, like, I kept telling Workman, can you please go ask? And he would, and it was like, take forever just to get out here so I could start live streaming. So that's why some of the live streams were late at night. And my whole live stream schedule got rearranged when he got here. And so I don't trust him. After all that I just went through today, after all of us going through the past month, dealing with backlash from my channel from him and his disgusting mouth, which, by the way, I'm normally not disgusting, I promise you that. I grew up around a very perverted man. That's all they talked about was nasty things around me as a minor. And so I just started feeling like that again. Started feeling like that kid that was always bullied, belittled by adults. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm a full grown adult. Why is bro doing this to me? And why is everyone doing this to me? Why can't we just have a society like we used to? Where you turned your eye when you see something going on, you mind your own business if it had nothing to do with you. And it's like we don't see that now. I miss back in the day when I was younger, but we can't get that. I'm 30 years old. I can't go back. I cannot replace all that. It's there. But what I can tell you is one thing. But I've learned over the years in dealing with all this bullying, belittling, harassing by adults, children, anybody. Everyone's done it to me at some point. We just can't trust people. It's getting time for the end of the world. And I've been living my life by the saying, live a little. It's literally etched onto my Chromebook. That's what's giving me motivation every day. I learned it through a YouTuber I'll give credit to. Mo Sarchi was my favorite YouTuber back in the day to watch. One of them. Him, Bailey J, uh, that Jazza dude from Australia. Uh, I forgot his channel name. I'm having brain farts at the moment. But yeah, they inspired me. They inspired me to want a live stream. And that was back. I started watching them back in 2013, 2014. I was pregnant, real pregnant with my son back in 2013, 2014. I just turned 18 before I got pregnant. So when I was dating workmen, I was of age. So 2013, I did not live stream at all. 2014 did not. Now 2012, 2013, I did put a video up on Gamer Nerd channel, my first ever video to upload, not live stream. So therefore, I did not mess with any of the live stream stuff until 2018, 2019, when I gave up my second daughter because of situations like this, living with people, having to deal with the fact that they don't want to abide by the rules. They don't want to. They don't think about other people or how they feel. They just whatever and make excuses. Like bro was making excuses. I have a disability. I think. I don't know. I wasn't diagnosed, but I know that's a possibility. Bro, you have to get diagnosed. Me, I have anxiety and depression. I got diagnosed for depression back around 2012, 2013. I've been dealing with depression ever since. So I know. And besides, I can't show y'all even if I wanted to because it was at a Native American Indian clinic. They have all my records. So I'm not lying. They did diagnose me. But the thing about these free clinics, they're not going to do that much for you. They're going to give you something and just walk you back out. They gave me antidepressants. They did not do anything for me except help me sleep. That's about it. Even during having an attack, I tried taking one before and it just. So, I know that medicine didn't work. But the problem is when you start taking a medication, prescribed, legally prescribed by a doctor, you're supposed to stay on it. I didn't stay on it. I don't know. It was a generic antidepressant. It didn't work. It wasn't strong enough. So what I started realizing is this mental disease that I have is not going to go away just overnight. Medicine ain't going to help. But having another person in the house who's disrespectful, reminding you of your past, sitting there making fun of you, it just makes you realize all kinds of things all over again. Then the repeat in my head, going on and on about how I went through this as a child. Personally, my issue that I went through as a child, I just turned 16, 17. During those eras, she bought a PC for me, a normal PC, not a gaming. Okay, well, said PC was supposed to be for me and homework. Guess what? I didn't have the right to argue. If I did what Bro did, I would have been beat. Like if I did that to, I would have had my butt whooped for sure. But it was my PC, see? And I was a teenager at the time, and yet they still took my stuff from me. And it's like, I'm not trying to take Bro's computer. That's my point. I was trying to live stream for an hour. It's not going to hurt him. It was already close to 4. He was going to need to go to work. He was making an excuse why he didn't want to show up on time to work. He was going to come in late to help the lady across the way. Dude, you're going to mess up your job. Like, I get you're trying to be nice, but that woman across the way is crazy, dude. Like, literally, she thought it was okay to let workmen lie to me when I had an ink tag on the back of my shoulder because JCPenney's didn't take it off, whatever reason. Linda, my adopted mother, didn't look. Okay, so when we got to Walmart here in New Boston, it was too late to go back to the mall. The mall's closed. So I was like, shit. So I was sitting there wondering for a week or two. Don't have a cell phone, by the way. Don't have a job. Didn't have a car. Okay, so he was talking to her because if I say anything, people are going to be jerks. So, he was trying to help me. And he worked it out. And they were supposed to go to Texarkana. But here's the thing. Chat. The Family Dollar just down the road from me literally had an ink tag thing. All she had to do was say, I personally don't want to go to Texas. Okay. Well, I didn't hear anything else back from them for over an hour. So I thought they went. No, they went up to the store to grab her beer and came back. So me sitting over for an hour, I finally had enough. That's when I had contact with my son back in that era, like just talking here and there. I asked my son because no one else would do this for me, but I got sick of it. I'm on Wi-Fi. I don't have a cell phone. I was on Messenger with him, and I said, hey, son, I don't want you to be rude or anything. Don't say anything rude. He said, okay. I said, all you got to do is call this woman and ask her if I could get my dog back because he took my dog out while we were arguing because he did come in for a brief moment, and I told him not to take the dog out. I was trying to get a hold of her across the way and figure out what happened because he was lying to me. And so when my son, she started threatening to whoop my ass because I got my child involved. I wasn't getting them involved. I was just asking for my dog back. That wasn't getting anyone involved. Like, the kids didn't even care. My kids have her. She started cussing out, and she threatened to whoop me. So when I did get a hold of someone, one of my kids and my adopted mother, she was telling me, and so I said, quote unquote, F you, bleep, if you are going to support him for lying. That's literally it. And I said, since you wanted to whoop my ass, whoop my butt, I'm gonna have to whoop your butt back if you touch me. And I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna let that happen. I'm gonna walk inside. That's what I did. So the next day, I got a hold of my in-laws, and my adopted mother finally helped me with the phone. Come to find out, Family Dollar, right down the road. She lived here most of her life. She lived here and in DeKalb. She knew everything. She's older than me. Why is she sitting across there threatening to whoop me? Because I got mad at him for lying. You see what I'm saying? How stupid that sounds? You think with her age, she's in her 60s, you think she would sit there and look at him and say, why did you lie? Why did you lie to her and to me? Like, No one's going to sit there and help workmen acknowledge these things. He had a terrible childhood too. So I helped him understand that was wrong. I literally have ink tags and I can't wash my clothes or take them off because if I take them off just wrong, there's ink stains all over this red outfit. Do you think for a second I want to sit there with ink stains on my stuff? No. $200 worth of stuff given to me as a Christmas gift. And she couldn't even take the time of day just to run me to Walmart or something. Like, I already knew Walmart couldn't do it. But you see my point? Like, Family Dollar was closing, and I walked. I went up there and walked, and they took it off with a breeze. And when I was walking back, someone tried to run me over. Literally, see me was on this side over here, coming, backed up, squared up with me, and was going to hit me. After I just got into it with her, which was weird. See why I'm starting to get at why I don't trust anybody now, not even our roommate. Like, he literally just sit there and hit a woman. How do I not know he wasn't abusive to his previous woman? How is it just one person's fault? See? Everyone plays a role in something. And yeah, maybe I handled it wrong. But me being short as I was, there was no way to get behind that TV. There was no reason for him to shove me. Because I couldn't even reach to unplug his shit to begin with. And I'm sorry for cussing. I'm sorry. But I am a grown adult. And I'm really upset and stressed out at the moment. So, if I do cuss, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I do apologize for cussing, but I'm not trying to. I'm just really upset about this whole situation. And I'm sorry, but if someone sides with him, you're in the wrong because he came in trying to break us up. Had someone showing up on my YouTube channels to break us apart and went along with it. Because if he didn't have nothing to do with it, then why is he sitting there laughing? It wasn't funny what people were saying to me. I'm with workmen. And I just wear this mask because it's what I do. This mask, also I found out through looking up tons of videos before he moved in. I was working on trying to lose my neck fat. It's not as bad as it was. Like, I could show you. But as you can tell, I have lost a lot of weight. And that is just from wearing this. As you guys don't know, the older we get, our skin tends to stretch slightly over the years due to gravity. So it makes you sag, right? Well, I was having neck fat that hung to right here. That's how bad it was. Like, it was just hanging. And now look, it's not even that bad. I mean, it's still there, but it's not as bad as it was. Because it was like down to here. It was down to here. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't lay down to breathe. I had to sleep sideways. I know I had weight issues. But it's literally not looking that bad anymore. I'm so proud of myself. I've cut back dramatically on a lot of things, especially with food. Now, wearing this tightens my skin and smooths my skin out. And I guess it makes me look younger. That's okay. I just want to lose this. So this stays on here to cover my neck fat. I'm very insecure about that. I've been insecure about my body since I I got sick when I was like, it's been a minute, at least in 5th grade. So I wasn't that old enough, but I got sick with tonsillitis and I came down with bronchitis. My whole nose, I couldn't eat anything for a solid week. And I was 125 pounds back in that era. I was a skinny person. So when I went down to 105 pounds and I started eating again, like when you're sick, you don't want to eat. So when I started feeling better again, my stepdad decided to stuff me because he could not groom me the way he wanted to. So he started stuffing me and I started gaining weight. I gained up to 166 pounds in no time. And that's before having kids. So when I got with Woodman, yes, I was kind of chubby. Not proud of my moments, but I was chubby from being groomed into thinking it's okay to eat seconds, thirds, whatever you want, until I started gaining weight. Then I started getting mad, taking stuff away. So I've dealt with this since a teenager because I've lived in a horrible condition. And the only thing that was helping me at the time, because I couldn't do much, they wouldn't let me do much, was to eat. That's the only control I had, was to eat. So when I would eat, I would feel good, go into my room, try to be able to play games or whatever, and I still couldn't. That's why I had to leave. I had to leave. And I will be darned if I have to leave this home over the same issues I had living with my adopted mother and stepdad. Not to mention, he did hit me. He did hit me, but it's just not showing. So even though I don't have marks, he physically hit me first. And I hate to rant like this, but I need to get this out before anything else is said. If I don't, then no one's going to hear me. And if you do hear me and you still don't understand, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just built different. And I was trying to get along. Trying. But I'm not going to have some dude sit there and try to shove me and then actually punch me and look at me and say, I didn't hit you first. Oh, dude, you just did. You just literally hit me. And I was taught growing up, you always want to stay safe because there are people out there that will hurt you. And bro was trying to hurt me over his computer. His computer. Everything else in the world you can fight about a computer. He knew the lease agreement. He knew. He knew. Like, I'm not going to sit there and argue with him like he's a child. He's not a child. He's 32 years old. So I'm sorry to say this, but he's 32. He's 2 years older than me. He knew better not to shove. I was sitting there trying to get up there on the table, and he went to shove me back, and I almost fell backwards. And I lost my mouse in the process. I had it in my hand, and it slipped out of my hand. Can't find it now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had no point doing that. He's a full-grown man. He's 270 pounds. Not trying to make fun of his weight. You gotta realize he's tall, so it's okay for him to be 200 pounds. It's okay. Most of the weight is muscle. Whether it's the muscle fat or anything like that, is all considered muscle. That dude could have literally hurt me over a PC. Do you get my point? He's going to hurt me over a PC. My mind's so scattered. I don't know what to do. I've been on live stream for over an hour. spinning right now. Everything's spinning to me. Alright, I'm starting to get this small area organized over here. Need some stuff to sort out there. Let's see. I'm gonna put these in the sink. How that is. Alright. There. That right there, and I was missing that. I just found it. Yep, you know, that right there, perfect. Let's see. This little thing I left over here for now. Got so much to do. Starting already organized in this area. Oh, Oh, and not to mention, the Sim TV I just got was sitting like this, so when he went to shove me, he shoved my whole computer down. It just went plop as he went to shove me. That's even more proof right there on its own. This TV was like this at an angle, being held up by his tower. And he went to shove me, and he went to shove me back around this area. It happened so fast, when stuff happens, you can't react. So, bam! Just like that. It still works, thank God. Thank God it still works. Thank God. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to do some of this stuff off camera just because I don't feel good after the big fight. As you can tell, it's hard to tell, but I did get hit. And I'm not doing that ever again. I'm sorry, guys, that this live stream was just ranting. A lot of ranting, but it has to be addressed. It just had to be addressed. I'm sorry that you guys are trying to have fun with me. Hopefully, people come from the other channel, and hopefully, you can understand the situation. I've been abused half my life, more mental than physical. So, I used to get hit all the time by full-grown adults, especially when we're arguing. I've had my hair pulled. I've been hit on. I've been punched. I've been bullied by children. I've been bullied by full-grown men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been abused half my life. And I seriously did not need him, out of all people, to start something. He knew the lease arrangement. The lease arrangement was very simple. I was not having him do anything around the house because I was trying to be fair. But if you're going to make dishes, you need to step in, not be told to do something, but step in when you feel like it. And I was trying to give him that peace of mind, but it wasn't working. And now I'm stuck with a dirty house. And I'm stuck having to do it right after the big fight. Well, Workman said he's going to help. Thank God for him. He is the love of my life. And I don't know what I would do without him. Like, after I lost Phoenix, he was the comfort I chose. After I lost my baby, my precious little girl, nothing else mattered. She is my emotional support animal, and I don't have her here, and I don't have her here to talk. She's gone. She's gone. I have no one to talk to. And if I try to talk to someone, they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't. They'll go in and out their ears, and they just, oh, you know what? That was his. That was his. It's not that fact. It's the fact that I brought him in even after finding out that he broke a couple apart just because he wants to be perverted like he was on my channel. That's why I got banned to begin with. They thought I was a 13-year-old. You know, teenagers act like that. Grown adults are more settled about it. He wasn't settled about any of that. And the fact of the matter is that when me and Workman would try to just, like hug or something, he would get upset about it. And he's like, I don't want to see any of that. I don't want to see any of that. Like, dude, I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want to hear your perverted mouth, but I have to anyway. Like, learn to deal with it. He didn't want to learn to deal with anything. He can't even clean house. How is he going to be in a relationship if he can't even clean house right? Like, he had to be acknowledged every time he did something. Dude, I remember when I worked at the nursing home. That mindset ain't going to get you nowhere if you're expecting to be praised every time. What I did was very little, and I don't expect to be praised for what I did. Now, if I cleaned the entire house by myself, which I'm going to try my best to, but I'm going to end the live stream because I need to get going, and all I'm going to do is rant and rave because I'm upset at the moment. This just happened not too long ago. It's not like it happened last week, and I'm just bringing it up out of the blue. This has been happening for about a month with him and my channel. So he's sitting there saying he had nothing to do with it, but why am I being reported? And how did I get hacked? When I started using his PC. And even before then, I got hacked using my Chromebook. Like, it was an old cell phone I had. I don't even know how that happened. It was refactorized and everything when I sold it to the Green Machines at Walmart. So, someone bought it. Someone figured out it's mine, obviously. And they went through and they restored half the stuff because there's ways you can do it if you know what you're doing. And with the way he was acting when he first got here, that whole week, just me and him, and those people start coming on, he should have said something right then and there. But he didn't. So, I finally addressed the problem myself. Channel got banned over it. Everything. So, I'm beginning to not trust him. Okay? You see where this is going? Why do I have to ask permission when this is my house, my desk, my internet you're using? He's using our internet. And you're going to sit there and be like, well, that's just... Guess what? This is my house. Guess what? That's my Wi-Fi. That's my Wi-Fi he's using. I let him use a whole month with no problem. All I asked was one thing. To be able to live stream without having to ask. That's it. Use it for 1 hour, 2-3 times a day. Maybe go through and check on the videos, my shorts, everything. That was it. 3 or 4 hour use is not going to kill the guy. It's not going to kill him to be off TF2 for 30 minutes. Even though his computer runs really slow. Really slow. And it's old too. It's like 10 years old. And I was trying to play Baldur's Gate 3 on it. And the whole thing crashed. Which is not a very good sign for an old computer. But thank God I managed to reset it properly. But it's like, his computer isn't even that great and he's fighting over it with me. Like, is it worth him living here and my sanity go bye-bye out the window just because he thinks he has control of this house and my Wi-Fi? No. Dude, we've been paying Wi-Fi for on and off for 3 years living here and living at the other place. Like, that's our Wi-Fi. It is a privilege to get to use the Wi-Fi. Just like it's a privilege to get to use anything else. And he knew that he's in the wrong. He knows he's in the wrong. And in fact, if I worked there at Burger King, I would not be like him. If I didn't have a vehicle, I wouldn't be asking people for rides. Unless they said it was okay and they were going to give me a ride, then I'm okay with that. But Workman was literally getting rides left and right for this dude because his ankle's messed up, and I get that, but don't use it as an excuse of why you can't walk. He can still walk. He can still move around. There's no excuse. I got tired of the excuses. I just don't believe in having an excuse. If you're going to do something, do it. And do it proper. And if you're not, then I'm sorry, but you have to go. You're messing with my sanity. And to top it off, It's that time of the month, if you know what I mean. Women, ladies, you know, because I'm a woman. Okay? I did not need to be messed with like that. I did not need to get like that because it messes with me. And like the fact is that he got physical first just proved everything. Just proved it all on its own. A grown man who thinks it's okay to shove someone and then turn around and hit them, that's not a grown man. That's a boy. I'm sorry. That's how a boy reacts. A grown man is someone that don't hit someone. No matter what, that would never hit someone over a PC. And Workman would never do that. Never do that. He would never do that to me. He has gotten so much better. He has been helping me. If it wasn't for the thought of having someone that cares about me, I would have just left with nothing. But I have a dog to take care of. I have animals here that need me, a turtle and a lizard and a dog. And he needs me more than anyone. He needs me. So when I left like I did, it's because I didn't want to further the fight anymore. So I walked out. I'm not going to deal with someone being possessive over an object like that. That was so wrong. He knew the lease agreement. He knew the new rules. They were posted right there. We all talked about it. He agreed. He was fine with it. He didn't say anything. So him sitting there saying no after agreeing to something just proves my point right there. That he was against us the whole time. And I should have been worried. Well, we're no longer going to do that. And from here on out, if I live stream, it's going to be on PlayStation. Or if I'm able to get the computer I need, it'll be on there. I'm not doing this ever again. Whatever you do not get a roommate. Do not get a roommate. They're terrible, terrible people who will make you look bad and make you look terrible when you're not. All you asked was the live stream, and they went and shoved you. He went to shove me. And then he went and punched me when I was like, you shoved me, I'm going to, like, I was going and didn't even finish that motion. He bam in my eye. That alone is assault. Assault with this. This is a deadly weapon. And so when I went to do that, we're back and bam, right in his eye. Because he's not going to hit me. I'm going to start protecting myself. He already shoved me and hit me. What makes him think I'm going to let him continue hitting me? So when I went and punched him, he went to punch me again. I grabbed him by the hand and told him not to physically hit me over a PC because I wanted to live stream. And I said, besides the fact of the matter, you know that I could not reach that. And yet you shoved me anyway. He shoved me. Even though I'm shorter than him. And I'm at least 160 to 170. So, you know, I'm not really that heavy to be shoved. That was my last weight that I know of. I could have lost a ton of weight because I'm not able to eat. We're having to buy food just so he has something to eat and Workman. I'm barely even eating. I'm skipping a day, and then I was eating a day. And then if I skipped a day, late at night, so around midnight or whatever, I was eating for that day, trying to eat for that day. So you see what I'm saying? Like, I was sacrificing myself. I sacrifice all the time for Workman. All the time because I love him so much and I respect him and I understand him. We're both going through this. We don't need a third person coming in, making it harder to live. We don't. So, with that all said, guys, just keep that in mind and just understand what I'm going through as a human being that I am. Just like everyone else. I have to eat too. And we all die at some point. You know what I'm saying? And for my safety, I'm 30, July 22nd, 1995 is my birthday. But yeah, thank you for joining me in my rant. I tried to clean up house. I'm just not feeling good. I'm just so like, how dare you do that to me after I moved you in? How dare you after everything you put me through? You're going to hit me now. Now I'm scared of him and I don't want to be anywhere around him. I don't want him in my place. I do not feel safe. Okay? I'm just telling you right now, I don't feel safe with him because he physically attacked me over a PC. Just proved my point. So again, guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Hopefully the channel can start getting better again without someone interfering. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I really am.